Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Maribel. I will be referring to Joseph at the time that he was sold by his brothers. I relate a lot to Joseph in the way that he felt like he was going from bad to worst, right? He got sold by his brothers. He entered the palace as a slave. From a slave, he thought things was going well because he was basically decorating the woman's house. He was in there. He had food on his plate all the time. He felt, like things were going good, even though he was a slave still. But from there, he went to jail. Obviously, if we're in that position, we feel like, yeah, the Lord is not with us. Instead of going forward, I went backwards. And I feel like that sometimes, like, I'd be like, man, I'm not in the place where I'm supposed to be, But the Lord, of course, everything he does is for a plan, is for a reason, is to glorify himself in you. And the thing with Joseph is he was his dad's favorite. All right. And when you're your dad's favorite, you move on up, right? His dad gave him the special coat. Like, he wanted to put him in the first place, right? He thought his son was better than, the rest of them. So if you're in that position where you feel like your finance, your health, and you feel like Joseph and you feel like you're stuck, just remember this. You are your dad's favorite. And we're talking about God, okay? God. And sometimes you're in a position and you're like, you're in this interview, for example. Let me just get that because just God who brought this up to me right now. You're in this interview and they're asking all the right questions, hard and right questions, right? And you're answering, and for some reason you feel like, okay, I don't know how I answer that. There's like knowledge that came out of my mouth, or this word, all these things that I was saying that sounded right. I don't know how I did that, but I got the experience. Let's see if they call me, and then they call you a week later or the next day, and you're like, you get hired. You're hired. You got the position, and you're like, whoa. And there's certain moments in life when the Lord is like, look, I got your back. You're my favorite. I give you this, I give you that, I give you knowledge, right? And I give you grace. So you have grace upon everybody that you meet, and everyone that meets you just want you part of their team, okay? One way or another, you're gonna keep moving up because he is faithful, and there is a word he established upon you, right? Not only his word, the promises that he gave to you, right? The dreams, the goals that he gave you, it'll be accomplished in your life. So if you feel like Joseph, if you feel stuck, if you don't know where you're supposed to be, right? Be patient. Pray. Have the faith, and set your mind on the Lord. And just know that you're moving on up, even if you feel like you're in prison right now. Okay, that's a word for somebody. Even if you feel like you're in prison right now, you are moving up. He will open the doors, and no one can close the door that he can open. Only the Lord could close that door. And then sometimes we're in a season of our lives that the Lord did close the door, and if it's to protect you. So you have to, have the faith in him, and just know that he got our back, and we're moving on forward. So that job that you want, trust and believe you will receive it. That house that you want, trust and believe you will receive it. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, and see you guys on the next video.